Concerns are being raised by residents on Daufuskie Island after a historic Gullah Geechee gravesite was changed without family knowledge and permission.
WSAV's Tyler Nicole spent the day on the island talking to a descendant, and she has the details.
This is Bloody Point Cemetery, which people who live here tell me is an important part of Gullah Geechee history here on Daufuskie Island. Longtime residents tell me they're concerned about the cemetery and the creek next to it now that the property lies with the new owner.
Because their blood, sweat, and tears was a reason this is here, for them to rest. And they're not resting with all this craziness going on.
Sally Ann is a sixth-generation Gullah Geechee descendant, and like many others on the island, her family rests at Bloody Point Cemetery. She says over the last few years, she's watched the historic site be destroyed by beautification efforts done by previous and current property owners. She says no one asked the family members before removing headstones, and now you can't tell if someone is lying there or not.
These Gullah graveyards are being changed for purpose of others, to meet others' need when they should be left alone. It's not your authority to come in and do it without making sure that the folks who have families in here, like myself, know beforehand, not after.
Other residents say even though they don't have family members resting in the cemetery, they can't get to the creek that's right next to it because a gate has been installed in front of the cemetery and the parking lot has been moved but not replaced.
Our rights are for us to be able to drive our cars, not our golf carts, but our cars. Up to 6 cars are supposed to be able to park in this area. And then from there, we're supposed to be able to access the creek and the cemetery. And I'm not saying this cemetery is unimportant, but I only come here because of the creek access, which since I first bought my property in 2019, I've never been able to get to the creek from here.
When asked about the residents' concerns with the cemetery and what's being done, this is what the general manager, Doug Eagley, had to say.
As for the headstones, we don't know anything about that, other than the reason we put up a gate at the entry there is because people were driving inside of the cemetery, and we can't control that, so we put a gate up to control that. So we notice that people are driving in here now, and they don't need to be, so we put a gate up to prevent them from doing that. So,
reporting on Daufuskie Island, Tyler Nicole, WSAV News 3, on your side.